Hello everyone, welcome Samagra Siksha Andhra Pradesh online video classes. We are conducting online classes this pandemic situation and utilize these classes in this academic year. And also you stay home and stay safe. Okay children? My name is Baby Saroja, working as English CRT KGBB Kalsapad, Kadapa district. How are you children? I hope all of you safe at home. Okay? Today in this video, Blossom 7, Unit 2, the turning point, listening and study skill. Last class, we completed vocabulary, grammar and writing discourses. Now, in this class, we discuss listening and study skills. Okay? Now, let us start this segment, Transformation of Vivekananda. You take your textbooks, page number 30. Listening part. I am reading now that passage, you listen carefully. The relationship between Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda, formerly named as Narendranath, began in November 1881 when they met at the house of Surendranath Mitra. Ramakrishna had asked Narendranath to sing. He was impressed with the singing talent of Narendranath and invited him to Dakshineswar. Narendra accepted the invitation. The meeting with Sri Ramakrishna proved to be a turning point in the life of Narendranath. Initially, he did not accept Ramakrishna as his master, but eventually he became one of the closest disciples of Ramakrishna, who shaped the personality of Narendranath and inspired him to dedicate his life to serve the human. Inspired by Ramakrishna, Narendranath became a monk and was named Vivekananda, and he presented a speech at the Parliament of the World's Religions held on 23rd September 1893 in Chicago. His meeting with Sri Ramakrishna in Dakshineswar was a turning point which resulted in the transformation of Vivekananda. In this passage, how Vivekananda's life changed and what is the turning point in life of Vivekananda. And I am reading this passage, you listen carefully. Okay? Then you see this picture. You see that picture? You observed who is he? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Next, another picture. You see this one? He was Swami Vivekananda. These two members, transformation of in this picture. Okay? We also discussed in the face sheet, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was spiritual master for Vivekananda. Okay? Now, in this passage, where he met first? You listen the passage and say the answer. Surendranath Mitra's house. When? November 1881. Next. His formerly named Narendranath. Okay? Then they joined in a prayer. The Ramakrishna asked Narendranath to sing. There Narendranath sang some devotional songs. There Ramakrishna Paramahamsa impressed with the singing talent. Then next invited him Dakshineswar. This is the brief main points in this passes. Narendranath accepted the invitation. Then the meeting with Sri Ramakrishna proved to be a turning point in the life of Narendranath. At the beginning, intently not accepted. In the end, eventually he accepted. He became one of the disciples of Ramakrishna. What is the meaning, disciples? Student. He inspired him to dedicate his life to serve the human. Here, human means people. Then Narendranath became a monk. Here is monk means a hermit, sannyasi, and was named Vivekananda. Then he is named Vivekananda. He presented a speech at the Parliament of the World's Religions held on 23rd September 1893 in Chicago. He started his meeting with he started his meeting, my brothers and sisters of Chicago. Then the Chicago people feel very happy. His speech is wonderful. He told in his speech our Indians' greatness. His meeting with Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa in Dakshineshwar was a turning point. Understand where his turning point? Meeting with his Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa in Dakshineshwar. Then that is the turning point of the Vivekananda. Okay, this is the transformation of Vivekananda. Now you listen to the story. State the following statements are here. See it. Listen to the story and state the following statements are true or false. Here is 3 statements. First one, the meeting with Sri Ramakrishna was the turning point in the life of Vivekananda. This is the true or false? Very good. That is true. Next, second sentence. Sri Ramakrishna presented a speech in Chicago. Where the presented his speech in Chicago? At the Parliament of World Religions. So, this statement is wrong. So, what we put? False. Very good. Next, third statement. Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda first met at the house of Surendranath Mitra. Very good. That is correct. So, we put the true. So, first one is true. Second one, second statement, false. Third statement, true. Understand, children? We go to next page. Here is comprehension. Here is 5 questions are there. All of you see that questions. First question. Why did Ramakrishna invite Narendranath to Dakshineshwar? What is the answer? Ramakrishna was impressed with the singing talent, so he invited to Dakshineshwar. Okay? Next, see the second question. How did Ramakrishna inspire Narendranath? Ramakrishna inspired his teaching and preaching. Understand? There are in the paragraph here, listening passage, there is the answers. Okay? Ramakrishna inspired his teaching and preaching. Then third question, where did Vivekananda present his speech? He presented a speech at the Parliament of the World's Religions held on 23rd September 1893 in Chicago. Very good. Next, fourth one. What did Vivekananda dedicate his life to? Answer? Yes, Vivekananda dedicated his life to serve the human. Human means here people. Okay. Next, fifth question. Do you believe in transformation of yourself? Yes, I too believe. Understand? So these are listening questions. You understand this listening passage? Then we write these answers. Okay? Once again, you see the answers. First question answer. Ramakrishna was impressed with the singing talent, so he invited to Dakshineshwar. Next, Ramakrishna inspired his teaching and preaching. Third one, he presented a speech at the Parliament of the World's Religions held on 23rd September 1893 in Chicago. Next, fourth one, what did Vivekananda dedicate his life to? Vivekananda dedicated his life to serve the human. Then fifth question, yes, I too believe. Okay? Here we completed listening part. Transformation of Vivekananda. Now we go to next segment, study skill. Page number 31. Okay? Then here is study skill. Study the following tree diagram. This is the tree diagram. You observe that diagram. Here is, they give us some work in this study skill. You see this diagram. Here is things in our surroundings. What is the tree diagram about? Things in our surroundings. Okay? Then you answer the questions. Things in our surroundings, there are two types: living things, non-living things. Living things, plants, animals, these are two types. Then in this way, plants flowering, non-flowering, animals oviparous, viviparous. Understand? Different types of here things in our surroundings. Okay? Now answer the following questions. First question, what is the tree diagram about? You say, the tree diagram about things in our surroundings. Yes, things in our surroundings. Okay? Next, second question, what are the two kinds of animals mentioned in the above tree diagram? Two kinds of animals. What are they? Yes, oviparous, viviparous. These are two animals. Okay? Then we go to third question. Things in our surroundings are categorized into how many categorized? Yes, two categories. Okay? So answer is B. Then fourth one, viviparous is a category of plants or oviparous animals. Which one is correct? Animals. Okay? Category of animals. So answer is C. Then fifth one, plants and animals comes under living things or oviparous or non-living things? Yes, non-living things. Understand, children? This is the tree diagram. In this tree diagram, things in our surroundings. Living things, non-living things. Living things are plants and animals. There are two kinds: flowering, non-flowering plants, oviparous, viviparous animals. Understand? Then you see these answers. Here is, once again I read that. What is the tree diagram about? Things our surroundings. What are the two kinds of animals mentioned in the above tree diagram? Oviparous, viviparous. Next, things in our surroundings are categories into two types: So answer is B. Then viviparous is a category of animals. Then answer is C. Next, fifth one, plants and animals comes under non-living things. You understand this study skill part? Okay, good. Now we completed in our second unit pre-reading and reading, then listening, first one vocabulary, grammar and writing and listening, study skill. These discourses are completed. In our English language are some kinds of discourses, these are. So, these discourses are enough in this unit. So, we completed these discourses. All of you understand these discourses, whatever they give us, you learn it. Then you read once again all discourses and completed blanks in your textbook. Who are not read the lesson, you don't understand. So, first you read the lesson, then you try the answers. When you are studied well, then you understand easily, you write down the answers. Okay, children? Okay. Children, now we learn Unit 2, 7th class English poem, Give Me Strength. Understand? Then this poem written by Rabindranath Tagore. You know Rabindranath Tagore? Anyone know the Rabindranath Tagore? Yes. See here, he was Rabindranath Tagore. See about this picture, you observed, he was Rabindranath Tagore. Okay? Now you see about the poet. Rabindranath Tagore, 7th May 1861, 7th August 1941, usually called Gurudev, was a learned man from West Bengal, from the Indian subcontinent. He was a poet, magician and artist. He reshaped Bengali literature and music. He is the author of the Gitanjali, which is a prize in literature in 1913. Tagore's poetry is viewed as spiritual and patriotic. He was referred to as the bard of Bengali. People usually called him Gurudev. He was West Bengal, Indian subcontinent. Continent means our India also subcontinent. So Bengal people call Indian subcontinent. Then he was a poet, magician and artist. He reshaped Bengali literature and music, and he is the author of the Gitanjali. Okay, author of the Gitanjali. He was the first Indian to win the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913. First Nobel Prize winner. This is great achievement. Then Tagore's poetry is viewed as spiritual and patriotic. Here spiritual means Adhyatmikam. Patriotic means Deshabhakti. This type of poetry he wrote. Then they called him the bird of Bengal. Understand children about the author? Who is the author? Rabindranath Tagore. When he was born, May 17th, 1861. When he was died, August 7th, 1941. His usually name is Gurudev. Next, he was a West Bengal poet. He wrote many poets and musician artists. Then, his main author of Gitanjali. Understand? Tagore's poetry imbued as spiritual and patriotic. Bengali people called the bird of Bengal. This is the about the poet. Now we're talking about his poem Give Me Strength. Here is the poem written by Rabindranath Tagore. This poem written by Rabindranath Tagore. Understand? Let us start the poem. Give me strength. This is my prayer to thee. My Lord, strike at the root of penury in my heart. Give me the strength lightly to bear my joys and sorrows. Give me the strength to make my love fruitful in service. Give me the strength never to disown the poor and bend my knees before insolent might. Give me the strength to raise my mind high above daily trials, and give me the strength to surrender my strength to thy will with love. Now we observe this Rabindranath Tagore written beautiful poem. When we read this poem, that is wonderful meaning. Now explain this poem. Okay? Here thee means you. Then another difficult word, strike means enforcibly. Next, penury. Penury means extreme poverty. Here, where in our heart poverty means timidness. Poverty means timidness. Or bad habits you hit them, it place you feel the goodness. So, negative things you omit it. This is the first lines, 2 lines meaning. This is my prayer to thee, my Lord, strike at the root of penury in my heart. Understand? Then we go to 3rd line. Give me the strength lightly to bear my joys and sorrows. Here bear means tolerant, tightly. So Rabindranath prayed to God or asked to God, I want to strength when I had suffering in my joys and sorrow. You give me strength lightly to bear equally. That Tagore prayed to God. Understand? When I am suffering joys and sorrows, same equal as I bear that situations. Understand? Then you see the 4th line. Give me the strength to make my love fruitful in service. Here, fruitful meaning producing results. Fruitful means producing results. Here Tagore asked to God, I want to strength, make me love to producing results to service people or human. Okay? I want to strength, make me love to producing results to service people. Understand? Fruitful means producing results. Then next line. Give me strength never to disown the poor or bend my knees before insolent might. Here, disown. Disown means refuse. Disown means refuse. So, Tagore asked to God, pray to God, give me strength. I am not refuse the poor. When they asked anything, I can do it for that people. I gave them whatever may be, that type of strength, that strength to give me God. He asked to God. Understand? Any poor people or any suffering some problems, they are asked him, that's why he can do it, that work. So he asked to God to give me strength to do anything. Okay, next line. Give me the strength to raise my mind high above daily travails. Here we observed insolent. Insolent means externally. Insolent means externally, unpleasant. So here is he was suffering British power. What may be that he was suffered. Then any difficult situations upon me, I am not surrounded. Bend knees. Money or power, anyone may be. That situation, I am not surrounded. That type of strength to give me God, he prayed. Here might means impressive power. Might means impressive power. Trifles means thing of little value or importance. Things of little value. So that type of strength, give me God, he asked to God. I want which type of strength to raise my mind high above daily beyond trifles and great things give me. What he asked? Give me strength. I want which type of strength to raise my mind high above daily beyond trifles and great things give me. That type of strength to give me God, he asked. And last line, you see, and give me the strength to surrender my strength to thy will with love. And give me the strength to surrender my strength to thy will with love. This is the last line. Finally, Rabindranath Tagore asked to God, give me the strength to surrender my strength. Here, thy means you or your. Thy means you or your. But thy my strength to thy will with love. Rabindranath Tagore asked to God to pray to God. Give up bad things and give me good situations and strong getting strength to give me God, he prayed. Give up bad things and give me good situations and strong getting strength to give me God, he prayed. So this poem is written by Rabindranath Tagore very well. This is very wonderful poem in his poems. Next, we continued here glossary. See the glossary. Strike. Strike means hit forcibly. Penury means extreme poverty. Fruitful, producing results. Disown, refuse. Okay. Insolent, extremely unpleasant. Might, impressive power. Trifles, things of little value or importance. These are the important glossary in this poem. Understand, ma? Once again I am reading that glossary. Strike, hit forcibly. Penury, extreme poverty. Fruitful, producing results. Disown, refuse. Insolent, extremely unpleasant. Might, impressive power. Trifles, things of little value or important. We go to next page, page number 33. Appreciation of the poem. Next, appreciation of the poem. Answer the following questions. Here is 5 questions. What is the first question? What does the poet prefer? What does the poet prefer? You say what is the answer? Yes, the poet was praying for getting the strength to bear his joys and sorrows, to make love fruitful in service, to raise his mind high above the daily trifles, etc. Understand? Next, second question. What does the poet want to bear with strength? The poet wants to bear his joys and sorrows with his strength. Understand? The poet wants to bear his joys and sorrows with his strength. That is the second question answer. Next, third question. What type of service does the poet want to make? Third question answer. The poet wants to make his love fruitful in service. The poet wants to make his love fruitful service. Okay. Then fourth question. How does the poet wants to treat the poor and the mighty? Fourth question answer. The poet never disowns the poor one. He never bends his knees before insolent might. Understand? The poet never disowns the poor one. He never bends his knees before insolent might. Okay? Then, fifth question. What does the poet want to do with the strength finally? What does the poet want to do with the strength finally? Fifth question answer. The poet wants to surrender his strength to the will of God or Lord. Once again, I say the fifth question answer. The poet wants to surrender his strength to the will of God or Lord. So, these are the questions and answers. These 5 questions. You see once again, here is the answers. Appreciation of the poem, answer the following questions. Once again, I am reading the answers. You write down in your notebooks. The poet was praying for getting the strength to bear his joys and sorrows, to make love fruitful in service, to raise his mind high above the daily trials, etc. This is the first question answer. Next, second question answer. The poet wanted to bear his joys and sorrows with his strength. Okay. Next, Third question answer. The poet wants to make his love fruitful in service. Next, fourth question answer. The poet never disowns the poor and he never bends his knees before insolent might. Next, fifth question. The poet wants to surrender his strength to the will of God or Lord. These are the answers. You write down and learn it. Tomorrow I will ask you these questions. Understand? You read the poem and write the glossary in your textbook, and then question and answers also you write down. This is your homework. You do it. All of you read the poem. I will continue that poem once again. Give me strength. This is my prayer to thee, my Lord, strike. Strike at the root of penury in my heart. Give me the strength lightly to bear my joys and sorrows. Give me the strength to make my love fruitful in service. Give me the strength never to disown the poor or bend my knees before insolent might. Give me the strength to rise my mind high above daily trials, and give me the strength to surrender my strength to thy will with love. This poem is written by Rabindranath Tagore. We know about the poet. Then I guess you understand this poem. Answers also I am saying. Then you write down your answers in your notebooks. Understand? Next, here is choose the right option and write it in the brackets given. Here is 5 questions are here. We select the right option and write in the brackets. Okay? First one. Strike at the root of dash in my heart. A. Treasury. B. Happiness. C. Penury. What is the right option? Very good. C. Penury. Okay. Next. Second one. Give me strength to bear my dash. Rich and treasures. Joys and sorrows. C. Property. Which is the right option? Very good. B. Joys and sorrows. Then third one. Give me strength to make my love dash in service. A. Fruitful. B. Selfish. C. Sacrifice. Which one correct? Very good. Fruitful. Okay. Next. Fourth one. Give me strength to rise high above daily. A option, enjoyment. B. Trials. C. Course. Which is the correct answer? B. Trials. Okay. Next, fifth one. The poet wants to surrender his strength to A. The mighty. B. God's will. C. Poor. Very good. God's will. He prayed to God. Surrender his strength. So, fifth answer is B. You see the answers here. First one, strike at the root of penury in my heart. So, answer is C. Second one, give me strength to bear my joys and sorrows. So, here answer is B. Third one, give me strength to make my love fruitful in service. So, answer is A. Fourth one, give me strength to rise high above daily trials. So, answer is B. Then, the poet wants to surrender his strength to God's will. So, answer is B. All of you understand? These are right options in these brackets. Write down in your textbook. Then you write down in your notebooks also. Understand? Now, in this poem we completed. Who wrote this poem? Rabindranath Tagore. What is the poem? Give me strength. Then this poem is very interesting poem. So we know the glossary. Then we completed, answer the following questions also, then choose the right options also. Okay? Then you observed in this page, here is checkpoint. Here is checkpoint here. That is your work. You do that work. This checkpoint. Here is some statements are here. You understanding the poem your own, or with your friends' help, or with the teacher's help. So you write on that columns. First one, I was able to read the main reading text. You was able? The turning point reading? Your own, or friends' help, or teacher's help? You take a teacher help. So, you tick on it. Then I was able to use the glossary given. You take a glossary, you understand that reading comprehension? No. So what? Teacher's help. Okay. Then third one, I was able to do the vocabulary task. You understand your own, or you take with the friend's help, or with the teacher's help? You take a teacher's help. Okay. Then I was able to do the grammar exercise. Your own? No. Your friends told you? No. So teachers help. I was able to do the writing task. You tick on the friend's help, you tick it. Okay. I was able to do the task under study skills. You understand your own? Okay, tick it. Then I was able to enjoy the poem. You enjoyed the poem? Okay. You enjoy this poem. So, this checkpoint is yours. Your own idea, or your friend's idea, or your teacher says. Whatever you write down on that box. Then, in this second unit, we learn many information about Vivekananda and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Rabindranath Tagore also. Yes or no? Yes. In the face sheet or trigger, we observed there are Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Vivekananda. Vivekananda met Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, listened his words, then his life turning, changing his situation. So, Vivekananda's life turned. That is the face it. Okay? Next, in the turning point lesson, this lesson written by APJ Abdul Kalam. Who is Abdul Kalam? We understand on that lesson. Next, his full name Awul Pakir Jailul Abdul Abdul Kalam. Okay, next, when his life turning, that is the main point in the reading part. When Kalam's teacher, science teacher Siva Subramaniam Iyer took the whole class to the seashore, he says real situation. Then Kalam turned that time its life also. Kalam felt that what he had learned that day changed his life. That is the turning point of the Abdul Kalam. That is the turning point. Okay. Next, in vocabulary, other forms of the words. Next, compound adjectives also there. Then some compound words given. Grammar, the present perfect tense versus the simple past tense. We learn there are some examples are there. We completed present perfect tense. In the writing part, turning point stories, World War and the inspiring teaching of his teacher Siva Subramaniam Iyer acted as a turning point of Kalam's life. Then here we miss one thing, that is the fun time. Here is one fun time. Try the following riddle. This is one riddle. The 3-letter word that reads the same backwards. A part of the body. Which is the 3-letter word that reads the same backwards? That is a part of the body. What is that? Anyone guess it? You say the answer, that riddle answer. Anyone know? Very good. I. Then here I, spelling what is that? E-Y-E. We read backward EY. Then starting the word EY. So these type of words we call palindrome. This type of words palindrome. EYEI. So here is some palindromes are here. Race car. You read that word last to end to last, same. So this one palindrome. Second one, madam. M-A-D-A-M, M-A-D-A-M. Okay. Next, third one, don't nod. Don't nod. Okay. Next, fourth one, dogma I am God. Dogma I am God. This also backward same, first word also same. Next, fifth one, never odd or even. Never odd or even. How do we read back to friend? Same word that called palindrome. Next, sixth one, Madam I am Adam. Madam I am Adam. This also palindrome. Next, seventh one, too bad I hid a boot. Too bad I hid a boot. This also one palindrome. Now you understand the what is palindrome? Front to back, back to front. Whatever we learn, same words. That called palindrome. Understand? So you think some another palindromes and write down in your notebook. Share your observations with your friends and they also say some palindromes, write down. So this is the fun. So this time in this unit give us fun time. It miss in our discussion. Then we go to another segment, talking time. Here announcement. Talking time, announcement. Making announcements. You are the secretary of your school English club. Make an announcement for the activities to plan for the English day. Then role play also there. Next, some exercises give us language focus. In this role play, language focus also some exercises given. Then in this class we learn another segment, listening. Here transformation of Vivekananda. Here Ramakrishna and Vivekananda's relationship here, where his life was turning. He met with Sri Ramakrishna in Dakshineshwar was turning point with the results in the transformation of Vivekananda. We learn, we understand. Then study skill. In this study skill, there is the T diagram. In this T diagram, things in our surroundings, living things, non-living things. Living things, plants and animals. In these two types, plants and animals. Plants, flowering, non-flowering. Animals, oviparous, viviparous. This T diagram, there is the some questions. We answer that questions. Study skill completed. Then in this unit, poem is here. That is the Give Me Strength. Just now we completed that poem written by Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, we know about the author Rabindranath Tagore. We understand very well. Then poem is wonderful poem and beautiful poem. You are listen now, and we take some glossary here. Important words, important meaning are there. Then here also 5 questions are there. That questions are we learn. Then choose the right options and write in the brackets also here. 5 questions are here. The 5 brackets also we completed now. Then last we take a checkpoint. You read that and completed that checkpoint. This is the our unit 2 syllabus. Then this syllabus in this August month. So we completed our syllabus, August syllabus now. Okay children, in this month we completed our syllabus. Okay, bye.